New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If a crowd of goats, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on it.
That no one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick 6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, complete. That's Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator.
And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. There he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's brought down. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Dancing to his left. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2nd and 6. Back to throw again. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And caught by Henry. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now Jones off the play fake. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This complete left side to Aguilar. Yeah, the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw. Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots get a bit closer. Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for the Patriots.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
That's caught left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Patriots will take over possession here up at the 44. And now, well, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Well, that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But now it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Man open is Robinson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Dobbins once more, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A run with a 2nd-year man. That's Ramondre Stevenson. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Throwing Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Pats are going to take over at their own 41.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Operating from the gun, Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Now Jones on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Nelson Agholor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now down to 20. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 44, Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones throwing the out route. He's got Parker. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Ravens, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.